What up, guys? This one might be kind of interesting today. I'm on an old building downtown. New customer. This guy's not working. This does the first floor, and it's been running. This does, I think it's a 10-ton, does the second and the third floors. And then she's an old one. So, thermostat's flashing that it doesn't have power from the unit, so we've lost power for some reason. It's going to be a low voltage or a high voltage issue. So we're going to dig in here, take our panels off, and see what we got. This ought to be fun. That contactor's been replaced. Low voltage fuse isn't tripped, so I'm guessing we tripped a breaker and maybe we've lost a compressor. I do have a fuse on the board here that I can't see. Nope, she's blown, so maybe I'd say she's blown a couple in the past. And a couple more. Alright, so let's look for our low voltage short. It's a nice common wire there. You never know what you're gonna find with these old things. So I probably do have high voltage, so I ought to be careful. We'll check for that in a minute. Let's kill the power and find out where our short goes, or where our short is, and see if we can't locate something that's caused 5 fuses to trip. That's not right. 76 volts. No volts, so I don't have power. Interesting. Disconnects on. Damn it, man. We got a breaker issue or something. 78 volts, 81 volts, and no volts. Something ain't right with that. So let's dig in a little further and see. We'll have to go find the breaker. It feeds back over there and goes down. So maybe it's on this third floor. I'm not sure where that guy goes. It might be a different, runs over the side of the building. It must be a different space. Oh, this ought to be fun. This just keeps getting better. Nothing seen in here. The combustion motor's kind of tight. But then you get over here and, well, the filters were changed in 19. I'd say they're a little dirty. And then the belt's worn down to nothing. Look at that belt. Check this out. I mean, the whole, I'm guessing it's supposed to mount back here somewhere. That thing's gone. I don't have any low voltage wires in here that would have rubbed, because, you know, that would have definitely caused a problem. The optional Econo. Not sure. Okay. You got fire and freeze. Both jumped out. It seems about right. probably part of our rubbing up here with all the vibration in here. And there's nothing to protect them. They run across. So it's a likely cause. I don't see anything else that's jumping out at me. Probably want to look at the heat exchanger. I don't feel any like bearing play or anything like that. So let's investigate these wires. We'll get a little popper up here and go down and try to find our breaker. Oh, I see that guy right there. How about that? I'd say that's probably shorted out. I can't tell exactly where it goes because it's a mess down inside here. But I'm gonna have to get in there and try to clean up some of that stuff, and something down there is liable to be short, and we're liable to have multiple shorts. Let's get in the other sections. Let's look at our compressors and all that other good stuff. Can't see through the condenser. It doesn't look awful, but it's hard to tell. You can see some of the buildup up top, so it probably needs to be cleaned. So it's a mess in here. My pinched wire comes back to right here, which is going to my low pressure switches here, which are also rubbing everywhere. Even though they wire tied it here, you can see it's been rubbing. So we need to get all that secured. I don't feel the high pressure switches, don't feel like they're tripped. No bearing play. The Run Cat Bandits been here. They're gonna need some work, man. They're honestly, we're gonna see if we can't make the cooling work, but probably gonna need a new unit up here. Here's our heat exchanger. Doesn't look awful, but there are a few spots that I can see. So that seems okay. There's a spot. Yeah, I probably can't see, but there's a hole right there. And if you look on the bottom at this seam and the seam up top, there's soft spots in there too. So, I mean, this thing's old. Like I said, I'm basically here to do an evaluation. I'm not gonna try to make it work, but I'm just gonna write up everything I'm finding. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I can do with that. I mean, like I said, this thing needs some work. I don't know if I can maybe get a bolt or a screw back in there somehow, but that's the least of my worries. I don't have power yet, so I'm gonna have to check those compressors and see. Maybe we have a breaker issue, or maybe we've lost a compressor or something. So just keep on going, one thing at a time. So compressor terminals look okay, nothing burnt, they're good and tight. Same way on my other compressor. I'm not getting any shorts to ground, so we're gonna still have to find the breaker, but get all these back together and see what I can do with these wires in here. I don't know what I can do. I might have to take the top off to try to get down in there. I gotta get that wire out of there. That's the one that's probably caused the fuse to blow. Nothing's ever easy to access. I can't actually see dirt, but I can also see light through the coil. It needs to be cleaned. It's not terrible. That motor feels okay too. You can see there's your short. It's pinched pretty good. We're gonna get that at least half-ass repaired. I got a little bit of slack, but let's see what we can do with all these wires. Somebody just shoved that chase back on there and didn't pay attention. came prepared because it was not an easy task to get my ass in here. So we're gonna work my way back, start cleaning some of this up. I'm not trying to do anything special here. It's not gonna be beautiful. I'm just trying to get things to where just really get rid of my short. Like I said, none of this is perfect. They probably need a new unit, but we're gonna try to make them cool for now at least until we can figure out what we want to do. Alright, so I'm working through one mess at a time. We've got everything wire tied basically how it was supposed to be from the manufacturer. Everything's secured. It's not beautiful. I'm playing the run cap bandit now too because I'm not trying to fix all this. I'm just trying to get the shorts out of the way. Found like 4 or 5 spots on the low pressure wires that were completely shorted out, not to mention the one on the other side going through there. So all that's taken care of. I'm gonna button this side back up and work my way over to the blower. I still may not even be able to turn this thing on. The whatever's wrong with the breaker. The breaker was not tripped, so I'm not getting all my voltage out of it. So we may have to have somebody come change the breaker. I'm gonna get in here and see what I can do to try to get this secured. I'm not sure how it's gonna work yet. So I found the nameplate. It doesn't look like a Goodman, but it is. It's like a 2001. So 20 plus years old. They covered everything up by the disconnect. So I'm gonna put this back on, just working my way back towards my blower. Alright, so played with the breaker. The breaker needs to go, but it wasn't set in there just right either, so breaker's gonna be okay for now. Got all 3 legs. Pretty confident that I got my low voltage short taken care of with all the wires. We got a 30 belt on, which isn't exactly correct, but stand back, let's see what happens. It didn't sound good. Both fans are running. Okay, so I got an LED, everything looks okay right now. Compressor didn't sound great. We might have I'm not sure why it came on right away. We might have a 5-minute delay on a stat. Nope. Now there's my 20. That's why they're hooked to ground and not that common terminal. And they've got Y1 and Y2 jumped. So let's get some amp draws. We'll wait on the thermostat to call. Find my blower. Looks like it was 9.4 amps. Guessing this is gonna be my blower here. That sounds a little rough. I've still got. Now I got no blower. I got a call. That's my cooling call. I got no blower. Alright, so that's my blower. I'm drawing 11 or 12 amps on both compressors. The blower's rated at 9.4 or something, so the blower should be alright. I still haven't. The second stage maybe was on a time delay from the board. I'm not exactly sure because it came on, and as soon as it came on, the blower came on. So something's still not right with either the board time delays or how something's wired. But again, I'm not trying to make this perfect. It did come on by itself without me really doing anything to it. So I'm running about 84 degrees in the space. 84. So I'm at 64, which I would expect it's still coming down. I would expect it to be higher than normal because of my filters and I mean just airflow in general. Of course, belt was a little bit smaller that I put on, so we're gonna get the right size belt anyways. Now that I know everything's gonna run, we'll get filters and belt for it, and it ought to be okay. This guy's flooding a little bit. Suction line's cold on that stage, but it's not sweating like this guy. Makes me think there's something going on there, but again, I'm not trying to make it perfect. I'm not, I mean, it needs work. But we're almost into September now, so the heat of the summer is gone. I mean, they've got a cracked heat exchanger. We need to work on getting them a new unit with a new breaker and get all this stuff squared away before it gets cold and they need the heat. So let me go down and we'll go grab what I need. And then I just need to clean up my mess. We'll see where we're at when we get back, and then go from there. All right, so we're back. We got new filters in. We got the right belt on. The best I could do with this blower is just get a couple screws in there to hold this side. It's good and sturdy. It's not going nowhere. We got some able to adjust a little bit. So we're gonna kick it back on, get a temp drop with the new filters. It was running a little high when I got back. It was putting out about 57 degree air, so we might still have airflow issues, but not terribly concerned about anything else. You can see they got your drain right there. They're just draining right in the rusted out curb. I was 82 coming in. So I'm doing about 20, 21, 22 degrees. Condensating suction lines. Everything here looks good except for this one looks like it's flooding a little bit, but I'm not digging too far into that. This is not perfect, and hopefully we'll be setting a new unit up here, but we're fighting the same problem as everybody else's. 10-ton unit like this is probably fucking, I don't know how many months out. So it's running for now. We'll see what happens. Come heating season, they're gonna have more issues, but I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Leave me a comment, guys. Leave the tray better than you found it. See y'all next time.